Behind the Cape. What to talk about first? Let's talk about, you know what, these two things go hand in hand, and I think they're pretty interesting. So while we talk about the actual news article, or not news article, while we talk about the actual story, has anybody watched Apple Plus for free this weekend?
Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV Plus? They are offering a free weekend. Did anybody know about this? Because I didn't.
I did. I saw it. I saw the promotion for it.
You did? Okay.
We had already started a month long series of it, or like a trial of it. So we didn't.
I was gonna say they give you a good amount of times to get Apple TV
They are
for free.
always offering it. Now, do they market that they have like an ongoing kind of thing, kind of similar how Netflix does? I don't know if their marketing is up there with a Netflix in terms of that product in particular, but they do kind of constantly offer it for free for people to watch. Like
I'm always getting bombarded with 3 free months of Apple
yeah,
TV.
you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be up there for months.
Yeah.
They'd be trying to give you the content away. You can go watch seasons of shit and then never go back if you wanted to.
So that goes hand in hand with the fact that America has spent 23% less on streaming services this year.
No,
that's
that's
probably because
there's a lot of things that go into that, right? Like there's the fact that I think people are just naturally more or less or have less. You know, I think it is a more strenuous economic time for a lot of people, especially in the western parts of the world where a lot of this stuff is even relevant. I think that also there is a void of original content. You do see some things that are budding that are popular, but most of them are tied to established franchises. When you do kind of step out of that box and get original, it's not capturing people, right? And they're not venturing to that realm all that often anyway. So most of it is franchise farming and nostalgia bombing you to death. So there's not really much room for original content or creativity. So, I think a couple of different streaming platforms have found it to be profitable going about it a couple of different ways. Netflix plays the quantity game.
Yeah.
Right? They have their certain audiences, how they have their markets broken down, and they're going to push a certain amount of product towards you in a certain amount of time and just count on the math that basically one or two of those are going to hit, and that serves you enough to buy the service for the whole year.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And I think with Netflix, they do it in a patterned way to keep you always on there. There's always something for you.
I think the pattern is relative. I think the pattern is more algorithmic. Like it's more tied to you and what you watch and what your interests are than it is to their actual release formula. I think they just push out so much shit that they know that there's going to be some misses in there. But if I can get you 3 times in a year, then you've pretty much established your value of a streaming service. You can flip through 1,500 titles, and if you find 3 shows on that thing that you really enjoyed, that you were hooked on, one in the winter, one in the spring, one in the summer, you just justified yourself being bought for the entire year.
For sure.
There's streaming services that still can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? Like once The Boys goes off for some people on Amazon, they're cutting that shit off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just kind of how it is. Now, I think that, Warner Brothers has leaned more into their original IPs, whereas Netflix is taking content from anybody. They've leaned more onto their original series to try to bolster the streaming services, running that congruently with their the linear stuff, the regular cable TV stuff. So Doom, Prophecy, True Detective was another big one for them this year. Those type of series are really like pushing the brand of HBO, not just the streaming service. They're kind of holding it all up right now, while Warner Brothers and DC and all the rest of that Harry Potter relaunches, while the bigger Keystone franchises get their shit together. The TV series is what's really driving the brand right now. So they are going another way. They're going all in on series. And but also keeping them short, not going past 5 seasons, so we got to actually pay these motherfuckers something real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everything's limited series, 6 episode this, 6 episode that, gives them maximum flexibility on maximize the content without paying them too much. So that everybody's got their give and go.
I think Netflix is really good with, like you said, like the shows that people are already stuck to. The I guess Squid Game could count as one of those, but more so the Stranger Things, the shows like Black Mirror, the shows that like are mainstays. Even Love Is Blind to a certain extent, but then they're also good at remaining culturally relevant through like viral hits. So things that it's like, oh, you got to go to Netflix to watch this, and they like through that relevancy, they continue to hold you through the mainstays that you stay for.
Sure.
I think that's something that nobody else does. So I'm surprised Max doesn't do that more often.
Did either of you guys see Nosferatu yet? Did you see Nosferatu?
I did not.
I took my son to go see Sonic 3. I didn't see Nosferatu.
I'm actually
yet.
a little behind on movies right now.
Sonic 3 is awesome though.
Is it?
Sonic 3 was a pleasure.
The series as a whole has surpassed 1 billion, I think.
I would say so. Yeah, it's been doing really well in the box office this go round. It's kind of been competing with Mufasa there.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, if I had to suggest one for this season, I'd suggest Sonic 3. That being said, I have not seen Nosferatu yet, so
yeah,
still on the list.
Professor Film Fan, what up? Tony Robinson, what up? Adonis Hardaway said he didn't know at all about the Apple TV thing. It just goes to show you that they're not really good at marketing that, which is surprising because they do have some silent hits over there. So they should probably do a little bit better about that.
The Monarch series was another one. Mahershala Ali had a movie over there about like removing your consciousness and putting it in another like clone body if you were ever to pass away or some shit like that. It was called Swan Song.
Denzel Washington and Michael J. Fox have both been given the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really ecstatic about the current administration, so I don't know how valid the recognition is for me personally. But I mean, I guess it's a good accomplishment for Denzel and Michael J. Fox, two people that I'm fans of, obviously. I mean, it's an accolade nonetheless, I guess. But
I looked it up because I didn't know exactly what it was for, and it can be awarded for any reason as determined by the president.
Oh my God! Okay, so this was actually just like a fuck off award. I mean, in any case, it's something you can put on your mantle and say that you had. It'll be written in the annals. Someday somebody will read it and think that it was ultra important that Denzel Washington received it. So it'll mean something to somebody probably far down the line. But as we can see it unfolding right now, it loses its significance because
there was a lot of people that got one this year. Apparently.
I mean, Joe probably said that shit in one of his manic stages where he was yelling at Jill Biden. Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna give a Medal of Honor to that Denzel Washington to prove people I'm not racist. You know, that's what you should do. That's what you do, man. I was thinking about Corn Pop the other night. And Corn Pop told me that's what I should do. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He was.
Corn Pop was a bad dude. And even he said Denzel Washington should get a medal of freedom from the president. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, Jack.
What is this list? Okay, Magic Johnson got one.
Why?
Ralph Lauren and Anna Wintour got one.
Yeah, why?
Lionel Messi got one. Bill Nye got one.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Okay. So we're just picking random celebrities.
Hillary Clinton.
Why is Hillary Clinton given any? So I guess we know who helped Joe Biden that whole time. He was fooling America that he still had a brain.
Yeah.
That he still had a functioning brain.
Yep.
I guess we can thank Hillary Clinton. Because what in the hell does she deserve a damn Medal of Freedom for?
And Bono got one, of course.
From you too?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Bono actually does a lot of philanthropy.
Yes, he does.
If there's one, I guess so does Denzel Washington, but it just doesn't feel like your standard celebrity tax write-offs should get you a Medal of Freedom from the president. But it is at his discretion. So again, this will probably mean something to somebody down the line when they can't see the blatant partisanship in it at all. But
Steve said, I heard Messi got one too for bringing soccer to America.
Jesus Christ.
DeMarcus Vaughn, what up, what up, what up? How do y'all feel about Denzel Washington and Geno Jennings beef?
Geno Jennings. Yep. No clue. Explain. Elaborate.
Pastor Geno Jennings denounces Denzel Washington's baptism.
He denounces his baptism?
That's what I've been seeing.
Is that the pastor who did the baptism?
I don't know.
Why would you denounce somebody's baptism? Who is Geno Jennings?
Pastor Geno Jennings. He said, no, that shit wasn't real.
It wasn't real?
No, he didn't say that for sure. I don't know. I can't find an actual article. It's all just YouTube videos.
Geno Jennings. Where do I know? I don't even know that name.
Pastor Geno Jennings.
That's crazy. How you gonna denounce somebody's baptism? It's not very godly.
It's not at all. The Thomas and Friends creator passed away at 81 on Friday.
Yeah, man. What you say? The creator of Thomas and Friends? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was not a shocking moment, but it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Hadn't even thought about Thomas the Engine in years.
I mean,
but was definitely part of the equation growing up.
Yeah, no, for sure. R.I.P. to the creator. Do we have the name?
Her name is Britt Allcroft.
Britt Allcroft?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, R.I.P. for sure.
Passed away at age 81.
For sure. Andrew Garfield says that he's not doing Spider-Man 4.
He's also a liar, so why would we listen?
Nope, he noted your distrust and said, hey, I know I said some things before, but this time I'm for real.
I don't care. Like, why would I believe you?
Because this time I'm serious.
Okay, well, thanks for that.
It was a joke last time. I was playing a huge prank on you guys. It's just a prank, bro.
Okay.
This time I'm for real. I'm not going to be in Spider-Man 4.
I wish I actually could believe him. I wish I could believe that I would never have to watch another Andrew Garfield rendition of Spider-Man. But unfortunately,
you know why you have to? He's one of the 60 best actors in the 21st century.
We don't have to do this.
He is.
Well,
just deal with it.
No.
He's better than Will Smith.
Okay.
Oh, man. Squid Game Season 3 has been announced for its final season in 2025. I said that right. Squid Game is going to be putting out its final season, which is also its third season, in 2025.
I am currently tiptoeing my way through season 3 of season 2 of Squid Game, and I'm enjoying it. Episode 3 where they're playing Russian roulette? That was crazy. That shit was nuts. Okay. But I kind of tiptoe my way through it because I know I'm gonna have to wait a long ass time to get season 3. So, I like the fact that there are certain shows for certain release models. I think that the way that they write Squid Game fits a bingeable model. There aren't any really breaks or true cliffhangers. They're soft cliffhangers. They're ties into the next episode, but there's no break that would leave you wondering like, oh man, what's going to happen next week? Like, no, they kind of seal up that episode for what it is and then give you the slight thread that's going to take you into the next episode. It's a clever way of writing it, knowing how people are going to view it. I guess that is a positive of the over analytical way that Netflix makes their content, because sometimes you stumble on stuff like that, right? On being able to create shows specific to the way that people are consuming it. Mm-hmm. It's just, I guess when it takes that damn long to make it, it kind of makes it a bummer. So
I hear that. I guess the problem I haven't watched it yet. I plan to very soon. But I feel like I need to consume it quickly because I'm sure there's something right around the corner that's going to have to take up more of my time. So as much as I want to sit there and like hold on to it for a little while, I just know the next thing is going to be right.
Go ahead, get that out.
Tony Robinson said what he meant was he will not be in the trailers, but he's in the movie.
Okay. Quit hating on Garfield, best Spider-Man. Mo Fly, we've been through this. I can't keep having this argument. The man doesn't belong in the Pantheon. But again, if you like him, I can't say I love him, but we'll argue from opposite ends of the ring.
Yo, Andrew Garfield, I feel like, is a good actor. He's just not a good Spider-Man.
He wasn't Hacksaw Ridge.
I don't think I've seen Hacksaw Ridge.
It was a movie about a guy who didn't want to fight and was against war, but joined the army.
I don't think I can look directly at you.
Sounds like an Andrew Garfield film to me.
Yikes. Looking directly at you with those glasses on are crazy.
A conscientious objector.
Yes.
The most befuddling thing to me. I guess if you get drafted, that's one thing. That man joined up. He signed up.
What? Talib Kweli defends Fat Joe.
Okay.
I don't even
think you want to know.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even think you want to entertain it.
I really don't. I'm not going to. That's literally one of the suggested videos under this
But
live stream.
if you do end up talking about it, you make sure you do your research. You watch that.
Facts.
Watch that video for 12 hours all the way through. Write a dissertation on it, and then have it peer reviewed by 7 of your peers before you speak on it publicly, because that is now the bar for
all of our videos.
Entering into the marketplace of ideas. Need to be well researched.
That was everything for Behind the Cape. So if you want to send us out on that one.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Let us know what you thought about our takes there for Behind the Cape. Put your takes for this week's entertainment news in the prompt below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for the first Back of the Cape of 2025. Doing it big this year. Come back next week for some more.
Back of the Cape?
Did I say Back of the Cape? Behind the Cape. Back of the Cape is crazy.
Yeah, it's very crazy. Absolutely, though. Make sure you check out our playlist full of Behind the Cape from previous weeks where we discussed, obviously, different things. I think the last one was about Howard the Duck. So make sure you check that one out. And then make sure you subscribe. Like you said, we like to do this every Thursday at 10 o'clock.